Hi everyone, welcome to another video lesson, and today we'll learn about summation notation, a mathematical shorthand that makes writing long sums easier. By the end, you'll understand how sigma notation works and how to evaluate sums step by step. Summation notation, or also known as sigma notation, is a mathematical shorthand that is used to represent the addition of sequence of terms. It uses the Greek letter sigma to represent the sum of a sequence. Instead of writing out every term, we use this symbol with limits to show where the sum starts and ends. Here is the anatomy of our sigma notation or summation notation. So we have here the form summation of a sub I, where I ranges from 1 to n. Now, this a sub I here represent our explicit formula, and this tells us what to calculate for each term. The second part is this variable here, or variable I, which is known as the index of summation, which tells us which term we're on. The next part is this value. This is called the lower limit of summation, and it shows where to start. And then lastly, we have this variable n here, which represents the upper limit of summation. And this upper limit of summation shows where to stop. Now let's try this one together. Find the sum given that we have here the summation of 2k minus 1, where k ranges from 3 to 5. So to find the sum, let's recall first that this 2k minus 1 represents our explicit formula. So this is where we are going to substitute the values for k. Now, the value here at the bottom represents our starting point, that is k equals 3, and then our upper limit here is 5. So meaning to say, we will be evaluating this 2k minus 1 for the values of k starting from 3, 4, up to 5. So to do that one, we will write here the summation of 2k minus 1, where k ranges from 3 to 5. So we will start first with evaluating our given expression 2k minus 1 at k equals 3. So for k equals 3, we will substitute our variable k here with this value. So as a result, we have here 2 times 3 minus 1. And then after that, we also need to evaluate our expression at k equals 4. So that's why we have here 2 times the value of k, which is 4, minus 1. And finally, we also need to evaluate our given expression at k equals 5. So by substituting this value of k in our given expression, we now have here 2 times 5 minus k. And then after that, we have to simplify this one. So starting from 2 times 3, that gives us 6. So what we have here is 6 minus 1. And then for the second part, at k equals 4, so when we simplify that, it will give us 2 times 4 equals 8. And then you have here minus 1. And then lastly, for k equals 5, we have here 2 times 5, that is 10, minus 1. So simplifying this one further, 6 minus 1 is equal to 5. 8 minus 1 is equal to 7, and then 10 minus 1 is equal to 9. So by adding these three numbers, 5, 7, and 9, we will obtain 21. So therefore, our summation of 2k minus 1, where k ranges from 3 to 5, is equal to 21. Now let's have another example. Evaluate summation of 1 plus 4i, where I ranges from 2 to 3. So to evaluate this one, take note that our values of I here ranges only from 2 to 3. So meaning to say, we will be evaluating our expression 1 plus 4i for the values of I which are 2 and 3 only. So to do that one, we write here our summation of 1 plus 4i, where I ranges from 2 to 3. And then we evaluate this expression for every values of I that we have. So the first one here, 1 plus 4 times 2. So this is for our I, which is equal to 2. And then plus our second expression here, 1 plus 4 times 3. This is for I equals 3. So by simplifying this, 4 times 2, that gives us 8, right? And then 4 times 3, that gives us 12 here. So as a result, we can combine now 1 plus 8, so that gives us 9. And then 1 plus 12, that gives us 13. So by adding 9 and 13, we will now have our summation of 1 plus 4i, where I ranges from 2 to 3, is equal to 22. Now for our last example, evaluate summation of 2 raised to b, where b ranges from 1 to 5. So based on our given example here, our explicit formula is 2 raised to b, and this is where we are going to substitute the values of b. So since our lower limit here is 1 and our upper limit is 5, so meaning to say we will be evaluating our expression 2 raised to b by the following values of b. We have 1, another one is 2, next is 3, next is 4, and next is 5. So knowing that these are the values of b that we will be using, we can now write here our expression summation of 2 raised to b, where b ranges from 1 to 5, as this one. So our first term here represents our 2 raised to b evaluated at b equals 1. That is why we have here 2 raised to 1. Our second term, so this is for b equals 2. That is why from 2 raised to b, we have here 2 raised to 2. And then the same for our third term. So this is for b equals 3. That's why we have 2 raised to 3. For our fourth term, this is for b equals 4. And for our last term, this is for b equals 5. So notice that we only ended or evaluating our given expression at b equals 5, since our upper limit in the given summation notation is until 5 only. Then after that, we just have to simplify this. So 2 raised to 1, that's equal to 2. 2 raised to 4, that is equal to 2 raised to 2 is equal to 4, 2 raised to 3 is equal to 8, 2 raised to 4 is equal to 16, and 2 raised to 5 is equal to 32. Now by adding these 5 numbers here, 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16 plus 32, that gives us a total of 62. So therefore, our summation of 2 raised to b, where b ranges from 1 to 5, is just equal to 62. To summarize what we have learned from this video, a summation notation uses sigma to represent the sum. The index, the lower limit, and the upper limit guide the calculation. Substitute values step by step, then add them together. Summation notation makes writing and solving long sums much easier. Thank you for watching. Keep practicing with different formulas to get comfortable with sigma notation.